Welcome back to the Chelsea Career Mode on FC24. Our Champions League attempts hang in the balance, and as you saw briefly from the news article there, we have to attempt to overturn a 2-goal deficit from the first leg in the second leg. We dominated the first leg. We played really well, created loads of chances, but could I get the ball past Thibaut Courtois? Could I balls? Now we have to go to the Bernabeu and win by 2 or 3 goals. Not many teams in history have done that, but if we can channel our inner, was it 1920 Ajax? It might even have been 1819 Ajax. And maybe we can pull something out the bag. Let me say thank you to those on the board behind me again. Thank you to Jordan for your continued support in the comment section. Thank you to Pavlin Asare, apologies for mispronunciations, and Dalton as well. Thank you very much for your support. We are very nearly at the end of the Premier League season as well. We should be finishing the Premier League season in today's episode. Tottenham, West Ham, Burnley. But I can't look any further than this first game, can I really? Their side is identical to the first game against them, other than Sula is in at centre-back for Kimpembe. Vinny and Rodrigo also continually on the bench. Just pray, because I think that's all I've got. All I've got is prayers and hope. We are inhaling the copium and the hopium, and hopefully, I just want my lads to win. We can get the job done. I'll be honest, I'm really nervous. We had to pull a fantastic result out the bag against PSG. And I need that again just to take it to extra time here. This is going to be such a difficult game. Oh my God, he flew into that challenge. But it is a result. We do have the quality in the squad to be able to pull off. But Thibaut Courtois is going to be the reason why we don't go through. I'm calling it now. I bet we have just as many fantastic chances in this game to go through to score the goals. You're so far offside. But Thibaut Courtois will pull out the most ridiculous of saves continually. How he stopped Jamal Musiala giving us an early 1-0 lead there, I will never, ever know. It's disgusting from Thibaut Courtois. He's clearly been taking drugs. Performance-enhancing drugs, because his reactions are out of this world. Decent effort from range for Real Madrid, looking for a third for them on aggregate. If they get it, I'm out. I have no faith of scoring 3 against Thibaut Courtois whatsoever. They're untackleable. Tomori's up. How? Diogo, how are you letting that go in, mate? Freddy Valverde. Freddy Valverde. The man we could have signed. Got Musiala instead. Shot blocked. And then... it would be the comeback of comebacks if it happens now. Musiala. Osimhen. Touch runs away from him. Oh, that was a stand tackle. Fuck! Corner Real Madrid. Beginning of the second half. Forgive me for sounding and feeling a little bit dejected at the moment. This is not how I hoped this would go, as you might well imagine. I had real faith after that first leg that we could get the job done. And after the way we created the first chance, and Courtois again popped up with some crazy save, the hopium got a little bit stronger. But now I very much need the copium. Why has that not gone to Osimhen? It's not my day. I am not going to get anything from this game. Not even a consolation goal at the moment. Because passes just don't go where they're supposed to. I got one back. Yay! I got one back. The first pass was meant for Osimhen anyway. This was meant for Osimhen. Never mind. We got one, but we're not going to get another 2. Quickly to Osimhen. Sure will. You know, I knew. That's why I didn't say anything. I knew Courtois would save it. Didn't matter what I did. I knew Courtois would save it. And Osimhen over the bar. Sterling. Kunku. Osimhen in behind. La remontada? Question mark? La remontada? See? Alright, Shelia. Through to Nkunku. Oh, I needed that to get through. They used the hand. Really? No, it's not going to happen. Like, what in the f was that? The guy's not even on my screen. I'm just trying to play it to Fofana, who stood directly in front of me. The game wants me to lose. It's James. On the run. It's James. For f***'s sake! The game wants me to lose. That's such an easy pass to play. You're telling me Reece James can't play that ball to Osimhen? Like, what even is that pass? What even is that pass? This is why you get people go, oh, scripting, scripting. Because I have not played that pass. 6 minutes left. We gave it a good shot. We gave it a good go. Sometimes it just feels like it wants you to lose. What is that again? Yeah, it wants me to lose. I'm sorry. I don't like the scripting argument. I don't believe it's in the game, but my God, does it feel like it wants you to lose sometimes. We are going out of the Champions League at the semi-final stage because Thibaut Courtois is cracked broken good and the passing didn't work. I gave that everything I had. And it wasn't enough. Real Madrid 3, Chelsea 2 on aggregate. We are out of the Champions League and I genuinely feel robbed in that game. Properly robbed. Barcelona versus Arsenal was 1-1 after the first leg. We will see who will face who in the Champions League final at the end of the season. But it is a Champions League final we will not be taking part in. So now, focus shifts in what will become the season finale. Can we win the Premier League for back-to-back seasons? FA Cup, semi-final. Champions League, semi-final. Premier League, let's not be second best here. Tottenham in 8th place in the Premier League. Son and Johnson start with a tired Gonzalo Ramos through the middle. And Ndombele, Bissouma and Jalhanoglu in the midfield. And their defence is 50 to 70% fit. Balde, De Vries, Upamecano and Jules Koundé. And then on the bench they have Malacia, who could start a left back ahead of Balde, although Malacia is not fully fit either. Maddison could start ahead of Jalhanoglu. I don't know what Tottenham have had midweek. In fact, I will check. Have they had a European game? I'm sure they must have had a European game. Surely. For everybody to be that tired, it couldn't have been the FA Cup, so it's got to have been the Europa League semi-final. Or the Europa Conference League semi-final? They did. They lost to Roma on penalties in the Europa Conference League semi-final. So as they crashed out in Europe, I crashed out in Europe. That'll be their team. It's changed slightly. Kulusevski now on the right. A tired Kulusevski rather than Brennan Johnson. My side are relatively fully fit. I don't know whether to change that Tottenham team or not, to be honest. Bollocks to it. After that Real Madrid game, no. They can play tired. Pace from Heung-min Son. He's fully fit, regardless of everybody else. Pape Sarr, Gonzalo Ramos. Oh my Christ, Hakan Jalhanoglu. Are you sure? Tottenham 1, Chelsea 0. I was certain I was going to get a block on that. As the ball comes across, Enzo Fernandez just stood there. And Chile's gone with his left foot. I know he's left-footed, but he's going with his wrong foot there. He's just got to try and get something in front of the ball with his right. Is it going to be that day? Am I going to go out of the Champions League in hella frustrating fashion to then not win the Premier League as well? Don't tell me that's going to happen. That's meant for Nkunku. Screw you, game. That's not where I played that pass. I'm close to letting off some sort of four-letter tirade here. Kvaratskhelia back post. Poor ball. Still finds him. Jamal Musiala. Oh, give me a break. Well in, Chile. That's better. See what happens when you go with the right foot. Heung-min Son delivers the corner. Musiala's underneath it and it's away. Tottenham would love nothing more than to end my title hopes here in this fixture. I'd love just a chance before half-time, given how poor this first half has been. Musiala. Nicely done by Osimhen. And through to Kvaratskhelia. We will get the chance before half-time. We will not get the goal before half-time because he's taken an extra touch, which has allowed the defender to close down by an extra half yard, and he doesn't get the shot cleanly away. I don't know what I have to do to try and win a trophy in this season, but whatever I am doing isn't it. Nice interception by Musiala. Looks to get away. Osimhen seemingly refusing to make a positive run. Musiala finds him regardless. Now here's Raheem Sterling. Into the box. Raheem Sterling. That's it back. And Nkunku. Shot blocked by De Vries. Half an hour to go here. Still can't find an equaliser. And even an equaliser isn't really enough because our goal difference isn't as good. So I do need a win. I need to do it on points. I need a win. I need 2 goals. And against a Tottenham team that had about 4% stamina between the entire 11, they're running us off the park. It's Balde forward from left back. Son, Gonçalo, Sarr blocked by Tomori. Sterling wins the header. Enzo wins the next one. Counter-attack is on. And I'm just going to run. I've got nowhere to run to though. Looking for Sterling. Looking for Osimhen. Just hoped that shot power would be enough. It wasn't. Corner. Change is made. Victor. Osimhen grabs a goal. 77th minute. He scored a brace against Real Madrid and it wasn't quite enough. He scored an equaliser against Tottenham. It's still not quite enough. I need another. Noni Madueke, rather reluctant to make a forward run. Reece James. Great cross. It's not going to reach me. Enzo. The stroke of luck that I very much have earned in this episode. The stroke of luck. Clearance from Tottenham. Not good enough. Falls to Enzo Fernandez, who does not make any mistake in tucking it home. Great first touch. Finish even better. I'll tell you what, I needed that. For my own sanity, I needed that. We lead by 2-1. The Premier League title is still alive. Then Nkunku. Maddison to Gonçalo Ramos. Reece James in the way. That will be game. Oh, Victor. I do love you. 3-1 Chelsea. Victor Osimhen has made such a difference to this front line. You guys begged me to sign him. And we haven't regretted it for a single moment. Chelsea 3, Tottenham 1. The Premier League title still in our hands. Final whistle goes. It was the last kick of the game. It's not... It feels hollow. After going out in the Champions League in such fashion, it feels hollow. Liverpool 1, Leicester 0. Arsenal 2, Fulham 1. The pressure maintains itself at the top of the Premier League table. We are still second because Liverpool continually pick up points. Is this West Ham 1 our game in hand? It must be. Midweek it is at home against the Hammers. We need a victory here as well, please. Having a good season, West Ham. On 71 points. If West Ham beat me here, they can get themselves into a Champions League spot for next season. There is a lot on the line for West Ham. There's a lot on the line for me. 5 goal difference between ourselves and Liverpool. And just with the way that the results have to go, there's no way that goal difference comes into it now, really, unless we draw. Unless we draw, and then we both win on the final day, but I win by 10 because I've got Burnley. I don't think goal difference is going to come into it. It's going to be all about the points tally. Let's add another 3 to ours here against West Ham, shall we? Andre Silva, Maxwell Cornet, Cole Palmer, Jarrod Bowen, Lima and Camavinga, of course. Miranda, Gardner, Fardiol and Dest and Lafont in goal. Crucially, from my point of view, Mohamed Kudus suspended. Thank Christ for that. He's so good. Fikayo Tomori apparently not strong enough to outmuscle Jarrod Bowen. Here's Christopher Nkunku. That's much better. Great touch by Sterling too. Lovely ball to Victor Osimhen, who I am very much in love with, but Andre Silva trying to spin. Enzo Fernandez in the way. Got control of it and then just didn't have it anymore. Here's Serginho Dest. How are you doing that? Oh, come on. So far after the shot has come in. The ball's broken away. The save's been made. He's not even done anything. He's not even done anything. 1-0 West Ham. I cannot deal with this. Farhat Shelia looking for Musiala, who will look for Sterling and not find him. Who will look for Sterling and find him. Raheem turns the wrong fucking way. And the keeper makes the save. Why would you turn that way round? Great save, Lafont from Osimhen. We'll try again from the other side of the pitch. Oof, not quite. Nod that down to Farhat. Farhat Shelia. Lafont again. Another corner. The pressure's on. West Ham backs against the walls as they have been for the whole blooming game so far. Get in! 1-1! Please! Why's everything got to be such hard work? Nice tackle. Osimhen. Victor! What is the point in you? When has Victor Osimhen ever done that? How has that not ended up in the back of the net? I'm actually going to not get the Champions League or the Premier League, am I? It's just not going to happen. Why are you playing it that side of the defender? Why? Just why? That's the question I ask myself all day, every day when I play this game. Just why? I'm going to draw it. I'm going to have to go into the final day and win against Burnley and beat them by 5 goals more than Liverpool beat their opponents. Because I can't score a second goal against West Ham. It's 1-1 at Stamford Bridge. We will go into the final day of the Premier League season level on points with the Liverpool Football Club, but 5 goals behind them on goal difference. So as we enter the final day on the Premier League season, level on points with Liverpool. If we both lose and Arsenal win, they'll win the league on goal difference and we'll all end on 78 points. Liverpool have Nottingham Forest at home. I have Burnley at home. I need to beat Burnley by 5 goals more than Liverpool beat Nottingham Forest. Judging by my inability to put the ball into the back of the net very regularly in today's episode, I don't think that's going to happen. Watford are down and gone. A long time ago, actually. Bournemouth are relegated, confirmed. Wolves can save themselves. They need a win, and I hope that Everton lose and Brentford lose. If they win and Everton draw, they need to win by 4. If Brentford lose and Everton draw, they still need to win by 4. Brentford have Tottenham at home. 18th place Wolves have 19th placed Bournemouth at home. And Everton are away at Newcastle. So Wolves have a great chance of doing it. I don't. Pre-match report. Amdouni up top. Alassane Player at cam. Zaroury and Benson out wide. Solis and Masengo in the middle. Perrault, McNally, Jordan, Roberts and Muric. Solari out injured. Come on, end my misery. I have such little faith of being able to pull this off. Such little faith. I'm still reeling from the Champions League loss to Real Madrid, if I'm honest. I am playing completely tilted. If Liverpool lose, then I can draw and win the title. If Liverpool draw, then I need any win to win the title. If Liverpool win, I need to also win and win by 5 goals more than they do to win the title. As good as he has been for the majority of this season, in that last game against West Ham, he just didn't do it. He got the 1 goal, but he just didn't do it. Hit the post, missed a glorious chance on his left foot, missed a glorious chance on his right foot with the last kick of the game. But it would be classic Bottleanoid if we don't even get the win here against Burnley. If I lose and Liverpool draw and any win would have been enough, I'd be crushed. If I see anything pop up with the Liverpool score in the top right, which is behind my camera as you see it, then I will let you know. Because for some reason, they've removed the ability to see the scorelines at half-time with the matchday presentation, like you used to be able to. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Well, probably more accurately, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Nkunku. Kvaratskhelia. Enzo intercepts. Nkunku. Can't get it to Osimhen. I can't score 1, let alone 6. Conor Gallagher intercepts nicely. Look at the space over there for Kvaratskhelia. It's a lovely ball. It's a lovely touch. It's Christopher Nkunku. It's Conor Gallagher. Muric makes the save. The goals won't come. The crowd roar us forward. But the goals won't come. Osimhen with an excellent header. Muric continually channeling his inner Thibaut Courtois. It just won't go in. I'm pretty... I don't know, gobsmacked. Speechless. Why, when that ball is high, has Conor Gallagher stooped to try and win that header? He needs to jump, and he's gone, oh, I'll win the header, shall I? Not down there, you won't, you prick! 0-0 at half-time here. I need 6 or 7 goals in 45 minutes. Given away. Right from the very off. Gallagher. Sterling. Kvaratskhelia. Osimhen. Nkunku. 1. Inside 3 minutes of the second half. 1. Bollocks to celebrating. I need more. 1. Given away. Two. 6 minutes into the second half. 2. Oh, the ball roll. 2-1. 3 minutes after that, Alassane Player, captain fantastic for Burnley. 2-1. Sterling. Reece James on the overlap. Reece James with the delivery. Osimhen's underneath it. It's not quite going to reach him. And Nkunku can't win that. Can Enzo win that? Didn't even run at it. Did some sort of weird, twisty, odd run to ensure that he didn't get there. At best, it's going to be 2-1. So we are now hoping that Nottingham Forest have held Liverpool to a draw or beaten them at Anfield on the final day in the Premier League. All right, Shelia and Nkunku. Osimhen. 3. Still not enough. Still not enough. 3-1 we lead, but I've no idea what's happening at Anfield. None whatsoever. We'll find out in a moment's time because the final whistle's going to go. And have we or have we not? Judging by the way the fans were bouncing up and down, I think it's only because we've won the game, not because we've won the league. We win the game. We do not win the game by enough. Liverpool are your Premier League champions this season. We will end the season level on points with them, but ultimately 5 goals behind them on goal difference. That draw with West Ham decides it. It's arguably one of the worst season finales I've ever had. Really? Premier League and Champions League, very much doable. It was in our hands with the Premier League, and we drew with West Ham. Okay. It is what it is. What it will be is the end of the Chelsea career mode. We'll have a full season roundup. I will not do a season 4. Tomorrow, you will have a vote. A video with a vote as to what save comes next. So don't miss tomorrow's video. You're very much going to want to watch it, and I'm very much going to want to need your feedback, please. We've gone from a treble to nothing. Bubble burst. Thank you, West Ham. Let's have a full season roundup, shall we? Oh, I'm so crushed. I am so crushed. We win the Premier League, we win the FA Cup in Season 2, but that starting 11 couldn't win the Premier League this season, or the FA Cup, or the Carabao Cup, or the Champions League. It just wasn't there. So in the competitions that we were involved in, Liverpool win the Premier League on goal difference. Arsenal and Manchester City round out the top 4. West Ham didn't quite cut it. Man United 8th, Spurs 9th. Relegated in the end were Everton. Everton drew or lost? Drew, I think. And Brentford lost. And Wolves won. They did it. Wolves saved themselves on the final day. Congratulations to them. Everton down. FA Cup in the end was won by Manchester United over Newcastle in fitting fashion with the Carabao Cup in real life. Spurs won the Carabao Cup over Leeds in this save this season. The UEFA Super Cup, Juventus 3, Napoli 1. In an all El Clasico final, as Arsenal fell at the final hurdle as well to get to the final. So I guess the penultimate hurdle. Barca 3, Real Madrid 2. What a final that would have been. Europa League. Leipzig win 3-1 on penalties over AC Milan. Conference League. Roma 3, Athletic Club de Bilbao 0. And the Men's International Cup. The Men's International Cup? What? What's the Men's International Cup? Oh. Is the World Cup not called the World Cup anymore? Is it called the Men's International Cup? You didn't even renegotiate licensing for the World Cup. Men's International Cup. Could have sworn that the licensing was going to change for just the name, not the name and the World Cup. They were going to renegotiate the World Cup license. They didn't. Just as well, international management is shite on FC and in career mode anyway, so doesn't really matter, does it? In terms of golden boot, etc., Erling Haaland by 1 ahead of Salah, Rashford and Isak. Our best player was Nkunku with 10. Really? Did Osimhen not get 10 Premier League goals? He got 8 assists in 16 games, but he didn't get 10 goals. Diogo Costa gets the Golden Glove, though, with 16 clean sheets in 38 matches. If only he'd have kept one against West Ham, I'd had a second Premier League title to go around my neck. Ah! So the squad end the season as follows. Top goal scorer for us this year. After coming in January, Victor Osimhen, 19 goals, although some of those goals would have come in the Champions League group stage for Napoli, but it is counting them for me for some reason. Armando Broja with 16 goals, and Nkunku with 14 and 17 assists. Definitely up there for maybe a Ballon d'Or nomination again, but certainly not winning it next season. Sterling with 11 goals and 7 assists. Musiala with 8 goals and 3 assists. Pleased with Jamal Musiala as well. 5 goals and 1 assist in 10 Premier League games is certainly very good from the position that we bought him in for. Oh, Christ. Diogo Costa went up 2. Chile up 2. Martson up 1. DSRC 1. Tamori didn't grow, actually. Fofana went up 3, though. Colwell up 2. Reece James up 1. Baku 2. Caicedo 1. Lavia up 2 out on loan. Conor Gallagher up 1. Enzo Fernandez up 3. Leslie didn't grow. Chukwuemeka and Cassidy up 2. Gonçalves didn't grow. Musiala didn't grow, but he only joined us in January. Cole Palmer out on loan at West Ham didn't grow. Ronnie Thomas up 2. Sterling up 2. Mudryk up 3. Kvaratskhelia up 2. Madueke up 1. Angelo up 3. Nkunku up 1. Osimhen didn't grow. Broja up 2. Fofana up 2. Can you tell that I'm a little bit depressed right now? I want to... Oh, I'm actually genuinely glad I'm not doing another season, because I want something fresh now. So, with regards to the Patreon players then, let me show you your end ratings and your transfer history. Let me go and update the spreadsheet. So, you saw at the end of the January transfer window what moves had been made in this season, in this save, with the Jays here. With obviously City, Liverpool and Real Madrid picking up a Patreon player. Your end ratings are on your screen here. So you can see, feel free to screenshot for your own individual journey. I'll just go through all of your in-game stuff on the left next to me. If you were wanting, I'll mention this at the beginning of the vote video. For those of you that are wanting to get involved for the next save, now is the time to go and sign up to the Patreon. There will be a post live for the VIPs to leave their feedback on with all your player details, etc. for the new saves that we'll be doing. What club we're at, though, depends on where you vote tomorrow, of course. So, Nick, 81 at Inter, Matthew Chandler, 79 at Arsenal, Liam, 74, Yuso, 79 at Reggiana. Bear managed to make it to the Premier League before the save ended. Obviously, the next save is probably going to be a bit longer than 3 seasons. Depending on who you vote for, there'll be some shorter term and some longer term options on there. So some of you will have the chance to grow yet further in the next save, or you'll all have the chance to grow yet further in the next save if it's a longer term save, or it'll be pretty similar to this save if you vote for one of the bigger teams. Dawson is still at Club Atletico Central Cordoba in 73 rating. Shilo, 72 at Betis. Justin went from Liverpool to Arsenal to Liverpool again, I think, actually. Rachel went from Newcastle to AC Milan to Real Madrid. Alex at Inter Milan alongside Nick, as we saw the goalkeeper. Jamie at Sociedad, 80 rated. DJ Dales, a recent move this season, I think, to Leverkusen. Indeed it was. Brandon at Fulham, as he has been for the majority of the save, if not the whole save. Alex Koblasser at Almeria. Emmett Johnson went from Barcelona to Juve. Dylan went around the houses before signing for Real Madrid. Bailey went... Actually, Bailey might have gone Arsenal, Liverpool, Arsenal. Or someone did. Arsenal, Liverpool, Arsenal, or Liverpool, Arsenal, Liverpool. Not sure which. Bradley stayed at Blackburn for the whole save. Owen from Cambridge to Barcelona. Lol. Charlie ended up at Juventus after starting at Bristol City. Ads at Reggiana, not the only player to be at Reggiana either. Dallas Greenleaf at Estudiantes de Merida. Lewis Rothery at Southampton for the whole save. Tom Van Erpen at NEC for the whole save. Connor at Dortmund. Danny ended up at Leeds. AJ at Port Vale for the whole save. Jorginho, the Welsh Wizard, at Hamburg for the whole save. Joe at Peterborough for the whole save at 83. Now Daz at West Ham. Billy Bibby 83 as well. Nick at Cheltenham at 82. Cameron started at Celtic or Rangers? Celtic, I think. And I think it's Rangers in the player career. And now at Atleti. Jamie Bodie ended up, he started at Celtic as well and ended up at Juventus. Aidan grew really well at Manchester United. Joseph Darby ended up at Real Madrid. Josh Barnes, Luton to Real Madrid to Manchester City for him. Louis Williams is 83. Nathan Grasso 84. Tom White 84. Barnes Cutter 81 at Danubio. Chris Taylor is at Espanyol. Didn't quite make it to the club in Barcelona. 83 rated. 82 rated for Daniel at Barcelona. Dara ended up at Atleti. David Stewart Simpson at Sutton United in this save. Jack Wimpenny made his way to Angers from a free agent role. Matthew Davison to 76 rated at Tottenham. Rob to Roma. Scott to Defensa y Justicia in the Argentinian Primera División. Millie ended up at Barcelona after being released, I think, from Liverpool. Cole ended up at Fiorentina. Brannan at Tottenham. And Will at Auxerre after being a free agent for 2 years. Auxerre finally took the plunge on Will, and that's where he ended up. That will be the end of the Chelsea save. The next team, I don't yet know. You'll vote on it tomorrow. There'll be some big teams on there. There'll be some small teams on there. There's a lot to come for you guys in tomorrow's video. But for Chelsea, we're done. 1 Premier League, 1 FA Cup, nearly 2 Premier Leagues, nearly 2 FA Cups, nearly 1 Champions League, but it wasn't to be. That's football. We're not the channel to bodge things so that I definitely win everything that I'm in. Nor do I power on and do 3 extra seasons trying to win that one competition when people don't really give a shit anymore. Just because I want to make sure I win it. The journey is the journey, and whatever happens in the journey happens, and we will start a new journey very soon. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.